Let's talk about the single most valuable skill you can add to your engineering toolkit right now. Kubernetes has quietly become the operating system of the modern cloud. It's running your bank's mobile app, your favorite streaming service, and the AI inference clusters powering today's biggest models. And the engineers who truly understand it? They command the highest premium in all of DevOps. Over the next 12 slides, I'll show you exactly why 2026 is the year to learn it. So what actually is it? In one line, Kubernetes is a system that runs your containers so you don't have to. You write a YAML file describing what you want, how many copies, how much memory, which ports, and Kubernetes makes reality match that description. Pod dies, it respawns. Traffic spikes, it scales out. Node fails, workloads reschedule somewhere healthy. Self-healing, auto-scaling, load balancing, and zero downtime deploys, all built in, by default. And here's why that matters at scale. 96% of enterprises now run containers in production. That's not early adoption, that's saturation. 5.6 million Kubernetes developers worldwide, the #1 orchestrator globally, and over a decade of CNCF maturity behind it. This isn't a bet on a trend, it's infrastructure that already won. Every DevOps career path in 2026 routes through these four numbers, and that saturation translates directly into paychecks. A DevOps engineer with Kubernetes on the CV starts around $130K, and the curve climbs fast. Platform engineers at $155, senior SREs at $170, architects pushing $185, and principal platform roles clearing $215K. The pattern is consistent. K8s adds $15,000 to $30,000 on top of the same job title, and a CKA or CKAD cert is what hiring managers quietly filter by before they even read your resume. Now, here's the good news about earning that premium. You don't need to learn all of Kubernetes. You need 8 concepts. Pods are your containers. Deployments keep them alive. Services give them a stable address. Ingress lets the outside world in. Config maps and secrets handle configuration and credentials. Namespaces carve up the cluster, and nodes are the machines underneath. Master these 8, and 90% of K8s suddenly makes sense. But Kubernetes itself is just the foundation. The real leverage comes from the ecosystem around it, and there are 6 categories worth knowing. Helm or Customize for packaging. Argo CD or Flux for GitOps delivery. Istio, Linkered, or Cilium for service mesh. Prometheus and Grafana for observability. NGINX or Traefik at the edge. Terraform or Crossplane for provisioning. Here's the trick. Pick one tool per category, master it deeply, and swap later if a job demands it. That's how you avoid ecosystem fatigue. Tools matter, but the real shift is behavioral. Think about what disappears once Kubernetes is in place. The 3 a.m. phone call? Gone. The cluster restarts the pod silently. Traffic spike? The horizontal autoscaler handles it. Deployments become rolling updates with zero downtime. Rollbacks are one command. Adding a service is one YAML file. And moving clouds stops meaning a rewrite. It's the same manifests against a different cluster. The value of Kubernetes isn't the feature list, it's the work you stop doing. And once you stop doing that work, the question becomes, who's hiring for this skill? The answer is basically everyone. The hyperscalers built their managed services around it. Banks run regulated workloads on it. SaaS companies use it to isolate tenants. AI platforms schedule GPUs through it. Telecoms push it to the edge for 5G. Governments are standardizing on it for sovereignty. What makes Kubernetes unusual is that the exact same skill transfers cleanly across all of them: clouds, industries, and company sizes. And speaking of GPUs, let's talk about the AI angle, because this is the quiet plot twist of the decade. Every major LLM you've heard of is trained on Kubernetes clusters. Inference servers like vLLM and Triton deploy on it. Ray, Kubeflow, the NVIDIA device plugin. All Kubernetes native. Scheduling $30,000 GPUs efficiently. Auto-scaling endpoints when traffic spikes. orchestrating distributed training across hundreds of nodes. That's the hard part, and K8s does it. The AI gold rush is underneath a Kubernetes gold rush. So how do you actually get there? 4 months, 4 steps. Weeks 1 and 2, lock down Docker. Containerize a real app, understand the plumbing, no shortcuts. Weeks 3 to 6, run Kind or Minikube locally and break things until kubectl errors stop scaring you. Month 2 and 3, graduate to a managed cluster on GKE, EKS, or AKS, layer in Helm and Prometheus. Then month 4, sit the CKA or CKAD. That single hands-on cert puts you in the top percentile of every DevOps pipeline. Now, before you start that roadmap, know the traps. Skipping Docker and Linux fundamentals. You'll hit a wall by month 2. Memorizing kubectl commands instead of learning the API model. Living only on managed clusters where the control plane is hidden from you. Chasing every shiny CNCF project instead of mastering the core. And the big one. Never breaking a cluster. One deliberate kubectl delete node in a sandbox teaches you more than 40 hours of video. Break things on purpose, in safe places. So here's the bottom line. Kubernetes isn't just another tool in your belt. It's the platform layer the entire modern cloud is being built on. 96% enterprise adoption, a $30,000 salary premium, portability across every cloud, and now the substrate that AI workloads run on. One command spins up your first cluster. 42 seconds from zero to learning. Start today.